Hey guys, welcome to 1159 Videos. Today we've got a 99 328i and we have an oil leak going on. Okay, now on the top part on this, we're doing the tune-up. There's already a tune-up video on how to do the tune-up on these on your 3 Series with the 2.5 motors. Now this one, when we started to pull it out, number 5 back here, the entire boot was saturated with oil. The spark plug was completely full of oil, and this was the short that we were actually doing the tune-up on this. So pretty much what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing the valve cover right here, and we're going to be replacing the seals. The seals that are leaking on them are actually these right here. So we're going to pop this off. If you want to see how to get down to this far, pretty much go into the tune-up video for the 325, 328s, any of the 3 Series, the 2.5s. They all pretty much come off the same. So the first thing you're going to do is you just pop this guy right here. All you do is push on these two and it will slide out that way. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to remove all your 10mm bolts and get them free out of there. The coils are already out. You've got a couple in the middle right here. Once those are removed, we're going to clip out this wiring harness right here. All you do is a little flathead screwdriver, pull it out, and once you clip on it, there's 2 of them, and this pretty much pops right on out. And once you get some of this removed like that, we're going to go ahead and get the last of them out. Once I pull out the valve cover, I'll show you how to change out your actual gasket in there. Alright, once you get all your bolts out right here, next thing you have a couple wires in the harness. You just pop them out of the clips, and then there's a back clip back here. All you have to do is just slide it free, and what that'll do is you should pretty much have a valve cover ready to come out. So let's go ahead and get this thing out. We'll see where it's been leaking at. You will have you have a ground in the back and you have a ground in the front, and there's also a ground right here in the middle. So once you pull out your valve cover, and you can see where this one has been leaking pretty good on the side right here. Let's see, so you can see all the grease and grime in there, and we'll flip it over. So right here, this had already broken free, and these have become hard and brittle. So we're going to go and pop these out and get them replaced and go from there. Alright, once you get the valve cover off, you need to look for pieces in here like this. This is the old valve cover, or the actual gaskets for the spark plug tubes. You see there's one right here. You can see where it's actually broke off on the boot. So you're going to have to get this off. Try to make as little mess as you can. As you can see, it's very, very brittle. As you saw, it just popped off. Shop vac would be nice because you might have to vacuum some of that up as you get it out. There's also one back here in the back, still attached. You're going to have to get a razor blade, get all this stuff cleaned up, and get this replaced. Alright guys, make sure you take a 10mm ratchet socket on where the actual gaskets bolt into the car. These right here, you're going to have to remove out. So let's go ahead. And the center one right here, I've pretty much broke it free. So let's go ahead and get this one out and I'll show you what I mean. Once the bolt's free, then you can pull the rest of your gasket out. Alright, that's out. And pretty much you will get something like this. So make sure you be very careful. Anything that drops in, you need to get a shop vac so you can pull it free. And this is the bad gaskets right here. Hard as a rock. You heard that one click away. Yeah, let's see if we can pop this off. This one up in the front, I've already got loose. Pull this out. As you see, this is just all busted up. This actually solved one of the oil leaks on the car on the side over here. Got one more to go. These are 10mm, and they are on there pretty tight, so you got to use something very good. I use a 6-point so you don't strip out the bolts. One off, get the back one done, get the new gaskets on, and get this wrapped up. This episode of 1159 Videos is brought to you by Matco Tools with the Air 6 flex head ratcheting ratchet. The cool bad boy right here. I've been using it tonight to get some of these back ones. You can just push a button and flip the head around like that. It's a pretty cool little tool. Been playing with it, so you have to check it out. Go to matcotools.com and check it out. Try it out. Buy one. Seen it here first on 1159 Videos. Alright, we got one more bolt in the back to pull off. We got this last little piece right here to pull out. And then we can get the new gaskets going on. As you see, it goes into the valve cover right here. So if you have a hardened gasket like that, you just kind of take your time, take a flathead screwdriver, work your way around and start prying it out because it is going to be hardened in that valve cover. So let's go ahead and get that one out and I'll show you this one going in. Okay, now if the other parts for your spark plug tubes were already that brittle, you're going to run into the same thing on the valve cover. So pretty much what you do is you take a screwdriver and just find a spot and start working your way up until you get it to come up. Now I've already got this side to come free, got all the way around, and then it cracked right there. So I come back around on this side and just pretty much started working my way through. And then all you're going to do is just start kind of helping it up. You don't want to force nothing because this stuff is fragile. And then you're going to have all sorts of breaking. Just kind of start wiggling your way. And then you can see it starting to come up. And just go to the next one right there. Just start working your way down. Don't go fast and you'll be alright. You start getting in a hurry, you're definitely going to crack it up and you ain't going to get it out. Just start working your way down. As you see, it's starting to come out. Alright, this one's got the right here, and this one's of course going to be a pain. Alright, so this, I mean, it's literally, you can hear this is what your gasket was. That's why you're leaking oil on your 2.5 motor. So down to this last little piece right here. We got it around here. This one's out. This one's out. And we got to get this guy right here. So we just got to come back through and start working our way. Alright, now this one's out. We're going to get this in the parts washer. We're going to get the new gasket on it, get it cleaned up. But that's pretty much the gasket's out. The new gasket just goes right back in the groove. So let's go ahead and get that wrapped up, get this cleaned up, and start putting it back together. Still got one more in here. I do want to show you. Had another one that was a pain. If it pops all the way through, if you start tapping on it, you'll start to get it to move. And this one just started working around, and boom, out it came. So all those are out, gaskets out. So we'll start getting this thing back together. Alright, so we got the old gasket out. Time to put the new one in. Pretty much just, it has one way it can go in. Just start feeding it down and just start pushing it in. Just walk it around all the way around. Make sure everything's nice and seated down. And get this bad boy in here like this. Alright, once this gets put in there, we'll go and start putting this thing back together. Already got the other, the spark plug holes already, gaskets already down. Bolts are back on that. Now one of the things you will have to make sure when you put in there is you got to make sure you don't squish any gaskets. They have to seat back in here and you kind of got to feel it as you go. So let's go and start putting that. Alright, now what you got to do is pretty much get your spark plug gaskets right here. They're already pushed in. The bolts are already in back into the head, so they'll actually go back over the new gaskets. So where I had to, when they were hard and brittle like that, you had to remove them separate. So we're ready to go and put this thing back on. Slide it back over and pretty much put it where you got to go. Slide this out of the way and just start sitting it down. Now the one thing you'll have in the back is you kind of have to lift your actual wires out. So let me go ahead and get that and we'll start bolting this thing back up. Okay, your valve cover should be looking like this. One of the things you want to watch out for, you have a vacuum line that runs down here, so you want to double check, make sure it's not cracked. You saw how fragile the valve cover gasket was. Make sure you get all your bolts in. Go ahead and plug that back in. Let's go and tighten up the 10s, and this is pretty much your valve cover changed on your 3 Series. So I hope that helps you guys, and I will catch you on the next one. For the rest of the buttoning up of this, you can watch out the tune-up part on the channel. Shows you how to do the rest of the coils and put it all together. But otherwise, this pretty much solves your when you have oil on one of your coil packs, when you pull it out and the boot's completely drenched in oil. Now you know why. The gasket had pretty much just hardened up and they can't do it. You're getting oil leaks on the side, on your exhaust and everything. But so I hope that helps you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. 11:59 videos. Out.